Sorry, I'm using my daughter's room because there's a lot of things going on with my water damage restoration process, drying process. They put up tents in my kitchen and my master bedroom. You know, those sealed plastic tents with machines inside. Anyway, what I'm talking about now is what if you got into a accident and then your insurance company basically declare your car as a total loss. It means that they rather pay you the cost of the car at the current time versus repair it, because repairing it will cost more money to insurance company. And as you know, everybody want to save money, so they want to give you the less money. However, if you feel like the amount is not big enough, and especially let's say you plan to keep the car because it's fixable, okay, so you do not accept the offer, okay. In my case, and a friend of mine also uh, had another case with AAA. Actually, I have Allstate, but I actually was pursuing the case with another company, a third party, USAA, which is primary for service people, you know, military and all of that. So I was dealing with a third party because, to be complicated, I did not have full coverage. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is that you have option before you accept the offer. If you feel like you want to keep the car because you had invested a lot of money in maintenance, maybe you had, you know, recently replaced front axle or replaced with the expensive tires or whatever, you know, that you feel like, you know, you had to spend a lot of money and you don't want to just give it back to insurance company. You still can bring those up like, hey, you know, I invested a lot of money. I have receipts for all of those maintenance. You know, I don't feel like this amount is good enough for me. And you can also tell them that you plan to keep the car because maybe you have checked with a local trusted auto shop, and they say that it's not major problem. Maybe you spend a couple $1,000 and get it ready. You know, in my case, I had a frontal collision on my 2005 Hyundai Elantra. So basically, the hood and one of the fender, the bumper had to be replaced. So it's like, you know, if you don't want like, you know, expensive parts, you want, you know, okay, you know, aftermarket parts, you can save maybe 50% of the real, you know, should they say do it right or do it cheaper. So I picked the do it cheaper version because, you know, I don't really need a OEM hood, you know. And the one that they did, which is they did excellent job in Pomona, California. They did excellent job. I mean, it looked like brand new. I can't tell the difference, you know. And you know, I plan to keep the car, right? So basically, in my case, I did not accept their first offer. You know, they offered me what, 1,800 or whatever. You know, that's nothing, right? So and I told them I want to keep the car. I don't want to give it back to you. And they say, an insurance company understand, they don't want your car neither, you know. I mean, or they can sell it to a wreck place or something like that. So you told them, you know, you feel strongly you want to keep the car because you have invested a lot of money. And then they came back later and they say, oh, we make a mistake on your number, and they double up the number, which is I was happy. So they offered $3,000 just to have it fixed, you know. So again, you have options. You don't need to like get panic, you know. Of course, you know, you can probably have to rent the car while your car is out of commission, or you know, in the good case, you still can drive it. But in my case, I couldn't open my driver's side door. You know, it's stuck because it's jammed from the frontal accident. So anyway, you have option to keep the car and probably wait for a better offer. Hopefully, you know, they'll give you a good offer either way, and you can tell, and you can go check the price of your car off Kelly Blue Book or some other car websites. I think Edmunds, you know, to, you know, you can put your condition of your car and year and model and mileage and all that, and get the you know estimated cost of your car, so you have better idea. But I think I heard like my coworker, he got pretty good quote. They did not try to lowball him. AAA gave him pretty good quote, and he didn't want first. He wanted to keep the car, but he said that he spent too much on his Mercedes. So eventually he took the offer to I guess the AAA took his car back and gave him the check for total loss and all of that. So anyway, it can be complicated, and it took me a month or two to finalize the process. But you have option to keep the car or you want to get rid of it. But you don't have to accept their first offer. Think about it, or even come to my website and we can chat more about it. And hopefully it's helpful that you have options. Okay, anything can be negotiated. Just be patient. If you're not patient, you want to get it done, you might not have the best deal that you should have. So anyway, good luck to you, and talk to you later.